So, long-term relationships. Sorry, shaky hand. Long-term relationships, lust, the fire, keeping that thing going. Hey, and while you're here, do us a favor and hit the subscribe button. We appreciate it. You know, for some people, long-term relationships are anything after 2 weeks. Well, what happens after 2 years, or 10 years, or 5 years, or 10 years, or 20, or even 30, or 4 more 30 years? How do you keep it going? How do you keep that fire going? Well, the number one thing is you got to remember you're in a relationship with somebody that you got into because of something. They caught your eye. Your heart went flutter, 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 flutter. Other parts of you went flutter, flutter too. Now, does that go away as you're together for longer and longer? No. Shay and I have been together for over 30 years, and it's hotter today than it was when we first met because we're more comfortable with each other. But here's the thing. Just because we're more comfortable with each other doesn't mean we became comfortable with each other. Okay? 2 killers of romance. Number one, is taking the other person for granted. 2, settling. You want the spark, that was once a nice flame, and now the embers are, dwindling. Now, first of all, you don't want to put gasoline on that son of a bitch, because what's going to happen is you're both going to have issues. What you want is to rekindle it gently. It's kind of like when you get stuck in the mud or in the snow, and you take time to dig out your tires, and you think you're okay, and what do? Get in a truck and put her in gear, and you give it the gas. What happens? You end up getting even stucker. So, you want to get that fire back. You want to have it so that you guys just can't wait to get home again. Maybe you're even meeting up somewhere in the middle of the afternoon again. You got to flirt. You got to make him want you again. You got to make her notice you like she did when you first met. And it's not tough. It's not tough. That analogy, relationships and love is like a garden, and if you don't tend to your garden, and then the slugs get in, and before you know it, your cucumbers are all chewed up. Or worse, the rabbits get in, and you go to your garden one day, and you're like, oh God, I want my zucchini. Look at my zucchini. What the hell happened to my? Oh, look, my tomatoes are horrible. You got to tend to that puppy. And the problem is, we all get into these routines. We got the wife, we got the kids, we got work, we got this, we got that. And before you know it, there's so much stuff put onto your coupling, no pun intended, that it's buried. Your romance, your sexual part of your life together is more important now than it was when you first met. And that's where, people end up straying and why there's infidelity. You got to look at yourselves, and you got to remember, before you can actually be a really good partner, you have to be a really good person. You got to like that thing you see in the mirror, because trust me, you can't run away from that son of a bitch. Here at Two Hearts, our mission is to keep people together in healthy relationships. Now, if there's abuse, if there's physical abuse, mental abuse, get out. If you are in crisis, stop watching me and call 911. We're going to put some numbers down as we go on. We're going to have some crisis hotline. We've got a charity that was one of our favorite charities in the world called Abuse Hurts. There is no room in a relationship for abuse. But there is rescue available for relationships where people want to rescue something that they think is broken beyond repair. And we're going to get into that on Sunday night. I'm going to have a special video about that. But for now, I want to thank you for sticking with me on this one. If you're looking for fancy edits, cinematography, you're not going to get that here. I talk to my phone, my hand, that's my tripod right there. No fancy selfie stick. I don't even know how to use it. We're going to have some great guests. Shaggy's going to be on more and more. She's doing all the thumbnails and all the graphics. It's amazing. And if you saw what she has to work under, the conditions that she's working under to produce the stuff that she's producing, you're like, oh my God. So, thanks again. Live stream Thursday night. Be there. Be good to each other. And remember one thing. You are not alone. You got two hearts.